Important pandemic news for students in Miami-Dade tonight. Soon, many students in the county will be able to stop wearing masks. But even though they can do it, should they do it? We asked CBS 4's Frances Wang to look into this. She is live now in Miami with the professional advice that she got. Frances.
Hey, Elliot. Well, one thing we often hear from people that these changing guidelines and new information can be confusing. So we wanted to revisit this scenario now that so many students can't get vaccinated and some of these mask restrictions are changing. One doctor telling me at the end of the day, it's all about your risk tolerance and your child's situation at school and at home.
We have higher vaccination levels than across the state and the country.
Big news for middle and high school students in Miami-Dade public schools. They can stop wearing face masks if their parents turn in this opt-out form.
It is very gratifying because it was not easy.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable. I think there's not a right or a wrong as it relates to the mask wearing.
Dr. Mestre says he's seeing the reflection of lower positivity rates at Nicklaus Children's Hospital.
When we were seeing our peak, we were seeing 25, 30 patients in the hospital per day, and now we see 2 or 3.
That's because of factors from people cooperating with health guidelines to getting vaccinated. But still, we're not out of the tunnel yet.
We always want to make sure that folks don't have a full sense of reassurance.
So, should your child wear a mask to school still or not? Well, that depends on your child's surroundings.
Depending on how many students are in a class, how many capabilities of doing things outside with the ventilation.
It also depends on your situation at home. Are your family members vaccinated? Is anyone immunocompromised?
Individuals that have a chronic condition could still contract the infection if they're vaccinated. Those individuals may benefit from wearing a mask.
It's all about keeping the risk low. If your kid is sick, even with light sniffles, keep them at home, says Dr. Mestre. Get tested and think about getting vaccinated in the near future.
Vaccine hesitancy, we understand, especially now in the 5 to 11 year age range. I do want to emphasize to parents that this dosing that we're using for the Pfizer vaccine is a third of what was being used for those 12 and over. From the studies that we've seen so far, we haven't seen any side effects.
And it's important to note that students in elementary schools still have to wear masks in Miami-Dade schools and students at K-8 centers, although Superintendent Carvalho said that could change. No timeline, though, of when that could change. Live from the Miami-Dade School Board building, I'm Frances Wang, CBS 4 News Tonight.